There's pain behind your smile, and how you can open the box without it being as painful as you feared. Hello, it's Will Perry here. Welcome back to Keeping the Conversation Alive. I hope you are well today. And it's Friday that you're reading this for the first time. If you're reading this for the first time on a Friday from the email. If you watch this on YouTube, there's a bit of a delay. So the only way to see the emails on the videos on the day is through the emails. They're delayed on Facebook, and there we go. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. So, or maybe you did. You look smart to me. So there's pain behind your smile. Let me give you that one again. So did you see how the drop? Anyway, the eyes have it apparently. So there's pain behind your smile. We think the pain is unique. Okay, we think the pain is unique, yet it isn't. It's that you are unique. The pain, whether it be here or here, the pain is not unique. But we don't think that we're unique. It's a strange thing. We don't see it. We don't see that we are unique. In fact, we don't see us often. We just know the pain is there and we try and hide it. So, and this is a really common thing. Pain, trauma, things that happened. We kind of make it mean something about ourselves that's not true, false belief, mother of all beliefs, and we just compound it and build on that, and we go through our lives on that path. And unless we change path, we stay on that path all through our lives, for the whole lives. And it's getting worse because not only do we do that, stay on that path, but we then pass that baton on to our children. Because you can't teach somebody how to drive a car if you don't know how to drive a car. Even if you read a really good book, it's all theoretical, theory being not real. So, the best person to ask on how to drive a car is somebody that drives a car, is it not? So you can't teach your children healthy self-esteem if you don't have it yourself. The best people to teach your kids healthy self-esteem is the people that have it themselves. But we think we have healthy self-esteem. We think we're right. We think, oh, it's just, we don't see this stuff. So that's why it's so interesting to me. That's why I'm fascinated by it. Not only because I experienced it, I got confounded myself from it and didn't understand it, and there wasn't much on it, and I was lifting all these rocks, and how come they don't say so? Self-esteem and will, you've got this, and you think you think your pain is unique. It's not, but you are. I'm not. Oh no, God, I'm not unique. I'm not special. I'm not worthy. I'm not. It's like, holy moly, what's going on here? So there is pain behind your smile, but we smile to cover it up because we don't know what to do with it, can't deal with it, all sorts of reasons, compounded all my life. You're on that path and you will be remained on that path, so you've just got to accept it. So much to this. This is so kind of pervasive in our heads, in our brain, in our neural pathways, that it's so tricky to change. It's so tricky. In the last 13 plus years, I've proven that. Yes, I have. 3 marriages, 4 kids, financial. I've proven it. I've proven how difficult it is. Yet I haven't let go because I'm tenacious on that. And then maybe that's the death of my sister. Bless her, Anna Perry, Spanner, Farty Face, everything. All the nicknames we had for each other. Love her dearly. Save a bit of emotion for that. Maybe that gave me a different. I know it did. Gave me a slightly different perspective and more tenacious, more like, okay, it didn't give me like, ping, my purpose is this. I'm pure. But I think it did give me a more tenacity rather than to tolerate ordinary. And maybe that was in me anyway. That I felt different. I know that I felt slightly different from my childhood, but it compounded anyway. It compounded, and I ain't letting go of it. Of the 13 plus years, I haven't let go of it. And I think I get a bit bored of counting exactly how many years, so I like the idea of 13 plus. I think that sounds quite good. But if it gets to 26, maybe I'll say 26 years, or when it gets to 26 years, I plan to be around that long. So that's why I'm so healthy. That's why I'm putting myself first. Anyway, I'm getting off the point. So there is pain behind your smile. I understand that. I know that. And there's tons of reasons why we keep it down. And that's the irony, the paradox of actually being able to get off this path. It's really blooming difficult. So the pain behind your smile is there, of course, and you know. You're the only one that knows your pain. But it's not unique. Your pain is not unique. And sometimes when we get, or every time when we start opening that and we're with other people where there's enough trust to open up, and it's like, holy moly, kashmoli. So many, it's not just me, and there's a massive release from that. It's a beautiful thing to witness every time I witness it, or even on a one-to-one. It's not, it's perfectly normal. I understand that. There's lots of other people I've worked with. That's really, it's not just you that thinks this way, but you are wonderfully unique and powerful. But you can't see that. Yeah, right. Yes. Anyway, moving on. You won't accept that until you have this change of perspective, so what do we do when we have this pain and we think, only you know the pain? We keep it hidden behind this fake, not that you're fake, you can genuinely smile, but you know the pain I'm talking of, and you still smile. So it's that pain that's under there, and that guides your life in a certain way. So what do? We try and soothe the pain. I used to be such a smoker. I mean, I used to smoke cigarettes, but I used to be joints. Oh my God, I used to be such a stonehead. Good God. And I think I've said many times. I think I was on the verge of alcoholic. I really leaned. That was my crutch. I leaned on that because we can't mask the pain and soothe the pain. That's where addictions come in. That's where in all sorts of addictions, whether it be a behavioural addiction, something that makes a behaviour that makes you feel better, but ultimately causes you more pain and distress. Gambling, sex, buying, shopping addictions, substance addictions, all did I say sex? All sorts of addictions to thinking. Why not an addiction to thinking that you're not worthy? That's a kind of, you feel better for. How can you feel better for? And again, I cover this in tons of detail in the program, but how can you feel better for thinking that you're crap? Confirming that you're crap. It's compounding a belief. I just know I'm crap. I'm on that path. I was like, there's nothing I can do about it. And somehow that soothes that part of you. It does. It's a crazy thing, a compound thing, and it's multifaceted, multi-layered, so many neural pathways to it. It's a really difficult thing to solve. But we need to do it, because there's otherwise we get stuck on that path, and there's so many different crazy things that we do to soothe the pain, to mask the pain, to give ourselves to other people, to dress ourselves in. I see girls doing crazy things to their. Now I sound like an old fart now saying the crazy, girls crazily doing their face and makeup and hair, and then injecting their lips and cleavages everywhere. And not that I don't like a cleavage or two, but it's the thing I see when I see that is all the pain behind the smile. That's what I see, and maybe you do too. On social media, you just see the pain behind the smile, pain behind the image, pain behind the pretense, pain behind the facade. And I think the most beautiful thing is when one accepts oneself and does the work, the inner work, and that's just flipping awesome if it's genuine. If it's authentic, if it's genuine. It doesn't mean that people aren't struggling, or but the ups and the downs, and that authenticism. Authentic, that's sexy to me. So we do crazy things. We give other people our power. We put ourselves out there to be gobbled up by people that are awful and horrible, and because it masks the pain for short term but causes more damage in the long term. I'm sure you know of what I talk about. So we need to explore the pain. We need to explore the pain, and there are ways to kind of open the box up whilst minimizing the pain to us, because we think if we open up that box, open up the Pandora's box, like, a can of worms, whatever it is, that metaphor, it's like, no, fucking hell, why did I, excuse me for swearing, but why did I even think for a moment that I could? So there are ways to open up the box and minimize the pain, and humor for me is a great way of doing that. Juxtaposition is like, change it, turn it, reframing, it's called, is a great way of doing that as well. Because we think things are going to be so bad, and when we jump, it's like the classic thing. My boy jumped out of a plane. Maybe you've jumped out of a plane, or people that have jumped out of a plane. My first wife did as well. I can remember watching her. Oh my God, she's just jumped out of a plane. It's a tiny speck. But seeing the photos of my boy Jake doing it in Australia, wonderful. You could see his face on a video in the plane. Oh God, oh God. In fact, he said it. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, as he went to the door, and oh God, as he went out in tandem. And then the pictures afterwards of just his face, and there's videos of him going down as well, but his face is the most explosive, joyous face. Oh, it moves me. It's beautiful. he looks the most beautiful, like that. And it's like, whoa, the thrill, having overcome that stuff that, we think is going to be bad. And that's just an illustration that popped in my head. Didn't intend for that one to pop out, but it did. Woohoo! It's a lovely thing. And when you see somebody overcome their fears, it's like they always say, and what do people say when they jump out of a plane? Whoa, it's amazing! No, you just jumped out of a plane, you silly ass. How can that be amazing? Because of the fear. They've overcome a fear. They've overcome a fear. And there are ways of doing that. Not jumping out of a plane. I don't want to jump out of a plane. I'm sure you'll, maybe you'll agree. Maybe, cool. Adrenaline, if that works for you. Not for me, thank you. Not that type of adrenaline. So, but the adrenaline of and maybe it's not adrenaline actually, but overcoming the fear and opening the box, tackling the pain without it actually being that painful, for me is like, whoa, that's a flipping awesome thing. Anyway, I'm probably going on too long. 10 minutes already. So almost 11. So, and that's what my approach is, to minimise it. I would do it very intentionally. So, not everything intentionally. Some things I go off on a tangent. So, my invitation to you is to start with the test. Let me press that button. Start with the test. It's a simple thing just to see whether everything I do and my approach is appropriate for you, because you're wasting your time watching me if you don't have low self-esteem. Unless it's out of interest, unless you can help more people that suffer from this, unless you can spot it more easily in other people and go, just a minute, I think you need to speak to that guy, Will. And actually on that front, the things I'm coming from the surveys, it's word of mouth, this business, really big word of mouth. So thank you to everybody who's recommended me to a friend and passed me around on Facebook, as it were. I'm very grateful to you. That's really good. And that's my biggest point of connection to others is through Facebook. So thank you so much. And if you do it through YouTube links or whatever you're watching on, that's absolutely cool too. So thank you so much for everybody that helps spread the word. So start with the test, the link's around here somewhere, because it gives us a score, just a starting point. It's relatively meaningless, it's subjective, but it's a nice indication of where you are, and you can see it grow over time, which is a lovely thing. And share with me what your pain is. Share with me privately, message me, whatever, what your pain is, because I bet you are not alone in that. I bet you I will have come across many people that I've helped over the years that have been like, oh my God, I've never admitted this to anybody else. I've had people, admit things to me that they've never even told anybody else in the world, and they've told, been bold and brave enough to tell me, and it's like, okay, yeah, I've met lots of other people. That makes a lot of sense. So I've worked with a lot of other people that have experienced that, and they go, what, whether it's being sexually assaulted, sexually, traumatically abused, something that isn't traumatic, that they've had a happy life, that they can't quite figure out what's caused this kind of pain that they're experiencing, that they've been, molestation and abuse and all that sort of stuff. But or anything and everything in between. And yeah, I've come across it lots of times. So, but or bulimic, all the food, all these things that we do to ourselves, or substance, or everything like that. I understand it. It's understanding where this point comes from, but then that point of sharing it, I think, is a wonderful thing. So, if you want to tell me that you've got something, but you don't want to tell a stranger, then cool, tell me that. Tell me that. But if you want to share something with me and you feel trusting of me, then I'd be honoured to hear what it is, because I know what that does for you, that opening up. Okay, that's enough. Many thanks. I hope you have an awesome weekend if you're watching this via the email on that day. If not, I hope you have a bloody awesome day. Anyway, that's 14 minutes from me. Many thanks. Loves you, boyo. Bye-bye.